video, we are going to discuss about the rise and fall of the Nokia. Okay, now let's just begin about the Nokia. You all have heard about this Nokia term. Okay, I think most of you have used that Nokia phone also, and I have used that Nokia phone and played one, I think, game in that phone when when I was a kid, and we are just going to discuss about that time. That company who failed. Okay, at that time, at once time, Nokia was the undisputed king of the mobile phone. Okay, it has dominated the market, and in early 2000, it controlled over about 40% if of the global handset market. Means that a phone that we hold on our hand. Okay, its phone were very durable, affordable, and had a very long battery life. Model like the uh, 3310 became the iconic model, and but within a decade, Nokia collapsed from being a market leader to the irrelevance in the market. Now we didn't heard its name also now. We are going to just discuss about this how this company has a collapse. Okay, and now at first there was the overconfidence. Okay, Nokia had a very overconfidence in the market. Its early success made it confident that its existing strategy would continue. It dominated the feature phone. Okay, basic phone without the advanced app, and believed that customer valued hardware durability and battery life more than the software experience. Its overconfidence caused the slow adaptation when the market was shifted towards the smartphone. Means that it didn't focus on the app, so it just focus on hardware. Okay. Now, another thing is that failure to adopt the smartphone revolution also. Now, Nokia didn't shifted to the new technology or anything. They just focus on hardware and durability. Okay, now how the smartphone revolution begin in the beginning of the turning point in 2007 when the Apple launched its iPhone. The iPhone redefined the what the phone could be with a screen, with apps, internet browsing, and the smooth user experience. Shortly after, Google introduced the Android, giving manufacturer a powerful smartphone platform. Okay, now Google also introduced Android. They purchased Android during 2006. I think Android was based on the camera operating devices, but Google later shifted because camera didn't serve the wide range of population, so they shifted towards the mobile phone, I think. Okay, now at that time the Nokia underestimated how important software ecosystem would be, and it focused heavily on the hardware while its competitor focused on the user experience and app development also. Now, weak operating system means Symbian phone. I think you've heard about the term Symbian. Okay. Now, Nokia relied on its old operating system like Symbian, while Symbian worked well for a keypad phone. It struggled with touch screen and modern apps because there was the complex developer also, and it was very slow to improve. Then, meanwhile, Android and iOS developed a better version of the mobile operating system with their very smoother performance also. Then the ecosystem also became the critical part because customer wanted the thousands of application, and developer prefer iOS and Android, leaving Nokia with the very few quality of apps. There was not good quality of app on the Nokia. Okay, then another reason was internal management conflict also. At that time, Nokia internal structure became slow and bureaucratic where the people used to control, and reports suggest that the different department competed rather than collaborated. They used to compete with each other. They never collaborated, and decision making process was very slow and innovation suffered. By this time, Nokia realized that it needed to change. Also, competitor had already captured the smartphone market, but when they entered into the smartphone, it was very late also. Then on now, what does the Symbian phone usually lack? Symbian phone was mainly created for keypad, but it is not for the touch screen. And developer also, there were much more apps on Android or the iOS, but very less on Symbian. And app ecosystem means that iOS have its own app store and Android has its own Play Store, but Nokia lacks that app ecosystem. So that there was quite high challenges on Symbian phone also. Then another thing is that they have partnered with the Microsoft, but the Microsoft also didn't did well when coming to the smartphone market, and they adopted the Windows Phone as its main operating system. The strategy was to create the third ecosystem to compete with Apple and Android. However, the Windows Phone struggles with very low app availability, means there were very low app, and there were very weak developer support also. Then consumer preferred the Android and iOS over the Nokia Lumia phone also. Then they failed to gain the significant market share also. In 2014, Microsoft acquired the Nokia mobile phone division. Then the Nokia dominance on phone was also ended from that time. But Microsoft didn't succeed in that market also, and most of the apps were on iOS and Android, so that they Microsoft also didn't adapt well. Then industry shift also, there was very high shift on industry also. Okay, I've already explained about this. There was very high shift on industry. Then most of the people who adopted fast, they survived like Android phone and iOS. Then Samsung also, Samsung shifted to Android. They never moved to Windows phone. Okay, Windows smartphone. Okay. Then acquisition also, Microsoft tried to acquire the Nokia, and they tried to integrate with its hardware on Windows phone, but also it failed, and they cannot get the market. Okay, now this this make the Nokia another failure. Then there was the Windows Phone hardware focus. Nokia mainly prioritized, and there was only key was he Nokia was neglecting the software development, and they led to disconnect. And unlike the iOS or Android, Windows Phone offer the limited app ecosystem, failing to attract developer, which result in fewer application available for the user and diminish in the market appeal also. Now 75% annual market, the smartphone market evolved rapidly with a straggling 75% of the new model feature in advanced technology each year, shifting customer expectation and preference also. Customer expectation and preference was also shifted dramatically at that time also. Then Nokia couldn't catch up with it, but the Nokia also focused on the telecommunication. Rather than the mobile, they focused on the telecommunication. 5G technology still we use Nokia 5G router here also. Then gradually they reinvested itself in its technology. Then it becomes the global tech landscape also soon. And then how we can learn the lesson on the at first we have to understand about the software, but Nokia didn't did that. Nokia focus on its hardware, which led it to neglect the software importance, which become crucial as the smartphone evolves. Then oversight severely impacted its competitiveness in the changing market also. Now, solo innovation, the company failure to innovate quickly and allow a rival to sweep in the Nokia, and Nokia lacked the availability untimely and contribute to its decline, showing agility in its vital tech also. Risky partnership, Nokia aligned with Microsoft with this strategic gamble, and they did not pay off also. This decision further alienated customer, which led to the significant loss in the market also. They lost that market. Then Nokia transform illustrate that how the how crucial is the adaptation. We all have to adapt with the changing technology, from the powerful mobile leader to the telecommunication, but it lost its most of the market value on mobile phone due to lack of innovation, lack of ecosystem also, then strategic planning also, then dispute, internal conflict among the among its member or the employee also. So we all have to adopt this. Okay, now, thank you for your time and attention towards my channel, and I'm trying to improve my video daily. Okay, so please provide me the feedback as much as you can. Okay, have a great day.